So I recently picked up the Amaran 60x. Now my goal has been to upgrade my key light. I've been rocking the Godox SL60 for quite a long time and I don't really have any complaints with it except for that it's not a bicolor light and sometimes I want to warm up the shot a little bit, you know? Now I've been considering upgrading to the Amaran 200 to get a little bit more oomph, but I saw this one and I thought because I do a lot of B-roll shots around the house and I want to have a bit more lighting in those spots that maybe a small little light like this would be cool to have as part of the team of tools that I use. Came in a cute little box, has a tiny little one of these, which I never use, with the reflector. Too hot to really use for anything, but here it is, boom. Look at this tiny little thing. It really is small. I have put my giant softbox on here and it just feels wrong. So the size of this is cool. And the little stand that I have on it, I'll do B-roll with this as well. I can just kind of move it around. Now because you do need a softbox, I also picked up, this is the Mini Light Dome 3. Now let's see how easy it really is. Just took it out of the bag, it's my first time opening it. This just opens up. All right, that was pretty easy to just lock right into place. Actually, I really like the size. That's fantastic. Okay, I'm just gonna put on the rest of it. Whew, there we go, done. Sorry, I had to go on a little side quest there. The Light Dome Mini 3. So one of the things that I was concerned about with this tiny little light is that maybe it wasn't have quite enough of an output to act as a main key light. But it's the same power as what I've been using. It's just a little smaller, doesn't inspire confidence the same way the Godox does, just from pure size alone. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put this on here and let's see how it looks. A little tip I learned putting soft boxes on is to do it on the ground. Boom. There we go. Is that a pretty hot light? It seems hot. Let's turn off the Godox. Ooh. I have double diffusers going on in here. Looks pretty dramatic right off the bit. Let's put it at a little bit more of a flattering angle. I'm gonna put it right beside my big boy and we're gonna see a little side-by-side comparison. Okay, so this is with the Aperture 60x. How's the catch light? Can you see it in my eyes? Okay, turn off studio. Let's see how it looks with just the light. Well, it's a little bit harsh, but I think it could be good. All right, I finally got this stinking app working on Android. Not the most intuitive app. And also, as I've had this light on while I'm playing around with it, the noise, let me see if you can hear this. Can you hear that? Ooh. And this is why I got it. Ooh, look, we can go nice and warm, real warm. Oh, it's burning, I'm in the sun. I just like being able to warm up the shot sometimes. Oh, look, super day bright. I usually like it somewhere around 5,000, not necessarily the 5600K that it is usually set on for the daylight. Let's see, brightness goes very bright. Again, I've got the double layer of diffusion on here. Somewhere around 20% brightness seems to do the trick. Okay, well let's compare it right now. This is 20% brightness on the Amaran 60x. Ooh. I wonder if it's gonna catch that on my microphone. Okay, now we are back on the Godox. I'm gonna turn it down to about 20% where the last one was. How's the catch light look? It's bigger. Camera 1. This is the Godox. The extra size of the bigger softbox I find really seems to matter. I don't know if I'm gonna keep her yet. I mean, once you get used to a giant softbox, it just looks so good. It's just so soft. So Bring up the brightness. I'm at about 38% on the big light. You definitely need more power when you have the bigger softbox. Yeah, like that's at 40%, and that's just way too harsh. Let's bring it down. But, I mean, I'm not trying to be perfect with this one. Take a look. You can see the deflector. I don't know, maybe you can't. Let me turn them down. It's got 2-level diffusion in there, and you can really see the extra level in the inside of the mini dome, which means it kind of comes out hot around the edges. Can you see that? Don't love that. The big newer one just is very even. The double diffusion looks really good. I like the size of the mini dome 3, but anyway. So let's go to this hallway. Let's just say I want to record in this dark hallway outside of my office. How does it do? Does it provide enough light? How does that look? Does that look good enough with the full frame camera? Yeah, I mean, I think it does. Allows you to record in places and looks good enough. How's the color? See the little gold of the... It is pretty cool, pretty convenient. This is a tough one for me. I'll just use it as the soft side light here. Let's see. Got my 3-point lighting, got my hair light back there. Amaran, let's turn that one off. So that's without it. That's with it on. Sure is a bit noisy. They both are noisy, but you know the Godox is a bit more of a consistent whoosh, where this one kind of has a whirring. So this is what the fill one does right now. That would be it being mini key light. We could reverse it, but I think with the size, it adds in a nice fill. So yeah, it's cool. I think it's great for being mobile. I'll be able to use it around the house and bring it upstairs, and it's not too heavy. It goes in and out of doorways. That's the big thing. With this monster, you can't walk it through doors. I have to go backwards so it shrimps through doors. It's just not very easy. Whereas this little tiny setup, I mean, yeah, it's nice and light. You can move around easily. It's got long cables. I think it's pretty cool for the price. I guess what I wanted to know is the 60XS good enough to use as your main key light? Yeah, I think that it is. I think that it is. I don't know if I would use this mini for my main softbox. If I wanted to have a studio setup that's not moving around, I think the softbox is a little bit small. Once you get to the 36-inch softbox, it's really hard to go back. But I think for what I'm going to be doing in my future videos, using this for a little B-roll light, really worth considering. I guess the question is, do I need to spend the extra money to have the collapsible smaller softbox, or should I just buy a smaller softbox? Because it's so small, I can walk around with it. It can always be set up. So I'm not sure, the verdict is still out on the Light Dome Mini 3. I could see how if you're going on sets and locations, why you'd want it to collapse every time you use it. But for me, I can just kind of have it set up like this all the time and just walk around with it and move it throughout the house. And the menus are fine with the button. I like the little display on the screen. The size is good. I don't love the fan noise. Is this a must-buy light? No, but it's pretty cool. This is my first experience with the Amaran lighting. Yeah, the build quality is fine. I don't really need it to be metal and heavy and super heavy duty. The app's pretty terrible out of the gate, but once I got it working, it was all right. I mean, the size really is impressive. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. Just thought I'd share with you. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this and YOLO for the bigger version and replace it for my main key light, and then I can use this one as my hair light. Maybe I'll keep this one around. I'm actually more reconsidering the little mini light dome. All right, that's it for today. I just wanted to share what I've been doing, what I've been using for my gear, what I've been buying lately, because I always love testing and trying to expand my collection, just have the most useful gear. This thing does seem pretty cool. Size is great, the weight is great. I need to find the right softbox. This size of softbox is actually really nice. This just costs a little bit extra because it's Got the aperture name on it, and it is collapsible. The bones mount is very cool on this, but I don't know if I need to be collapsing it all the time. So I might just get a smaller, cheaper one and keep this little light. The light is pretty cool. It runs really hot though, especially when you use this reflector. Pointed right in the middle, it's just like a little laser beam. I'll get some more usage with it under my belt and I'll talk more about it soon. All right, thanks for watching as always. In case you missed my last video, check that out here. Otherwise, here's what YouTube thinks you'd like to watch next. See you next time on the SAD Studio.
Dad!